this channel where we spread love and positive vibes. Thank you guys for watching our videos, subscribing to this channel and liking our videos and commenting down below. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate and I thank you so much. Today we are going to look at two wonderful countries in the Caribbean island, and I know obviously you know the first one must be the land of wood and water. And I want us to look at some of the things that were said by this guy from Trinidad and Tobago. And first of all, before I go to the video and what this guy had to say about Jamaica, let me start by highlighting that Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago are two great countries in the Caribbean island. They share a lot in common, and they also share in their uplifting of their individual economy. We have seen both countries sharing in sports, in education, and in social relationships. By the way, the Caribbean Games that have just been concluded were held in Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago and the other Caribbean islands have a lot that they share in terms of business, in terms of trade, in terms of sports, in terms of social relationships. And we find that Trinidad and Tobago is a close ally of Jamaica. I was looking at one of the articles that was talking about Jamaica taking the oil from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, they drill oil, a lot of it. And Jamaica, it was taken to Jamaica to be refined, and then Jamaica returns it to Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, these two countries are not just countries in the Caribbean, are great friends. Apart from that, they share in trade. I was Googling what Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago share in terms of trade, and I found that Jamaica imports a lot from Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago also in the same measure imports a lot from Jamaica. I found that both countries benefit from exports from each other. Jamaica exports food, beverages or beverage products like milk and personal care items, and also irrigation products to Trinidad and Tobago. So all these items are exported from Jamaica to Trinidad and Tobago. When TT exports goods from Jamaica, goods like food, beverages, also construction, materials, printing, and packaging sectors. So all these are Trinidad and Tobago exports to Jamaica. And therefore, these countries have a mutual relationship when it comes to trade. Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica also are actually venturing into sharing a lot in terms of poetry and pork. We know that Jamaicans rear a lot of poetry, and therefore Trinidad and Tobago can actually export poetry and pork from Jamaica. Apart from that, these two countries share a lot when it comes to education. We saw there is a university in Jamaica that is actually shared by all the countries in the Caribbean island, the West Indies University. And therefore, Jamaica needs Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago also needs Jamaica. They have a mutual relationship when it comes to trade, when it comes to sports, like I have said, and they have also a relationship when it comes to social life. There are so many Trinidadians who are in Jamaica, and there are so many Jamaicans that are in Trinidad and Tobago. Apart from that, this guy analyzed Jamaica so well that it left me wondering, is Jamaica a brand that cannot compete with any other in the world, not just in the Caribbean island? Because this guy highlighted the strengths, a lot of strengths of Jamaica and a lot of victories when it comes to Jamaica. Maybe I can allow you to watch the video, then I'll come back and summarize.
So I want to talk a little bit about the brand Jamaica. So here I was walking in by a store at a mall in a very remote area of America, where Caribbean people do not exist, period. However, this mannequin was prominently wearing a Jamaican shirt, was the only mannequin in the store that had on a shirt, and it was the Jamaican branded shirt. Yeah, obviously I buy the shirt. So what qualifies me to make this bold statement that Jamaica is an international brand, well known all over the world? Well, I have traveled to more countries than most people will ever travel. In addition to that, I have traveled to the bowels of some of these countries, and many of them are what we call non-permissive countries, which means you wouldn't normally go there, not for vacation or business. So for example, I have been to the Gaza, I've been to Palestine, I've been to Israel, I've been to Iraq, I've been to Kuwait, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria. And again, you could say you went to Nigeria, but did you go to the tourist area or the non-permissive areas of Nigeria? Have you been to the Hezbollah area in Lebanon, Bhutan, Vietnam, where you don't go as a tourist? I have been also to the nice places like Seychelles Island. Have you been to Seychelles Island? Have you been to the mountains of Machu Picchu in Peru, or the pyramids of Egypt, Morocco, Angola, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Greece, China, Japan, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Brazil, Bosnia, Macedonia, Croatia, Slovenia, Alaska, all over the Caribbean? If you haven't, then you are not qualified to dispute my statement that Jamaica is one of the most internationally recognized brand. So hold your horses and don't come and tell me why talking don't make sense. In addition to that, I was actually trying to marry a Jamaican brand, the most beautiful and intelligent girl in Jamaica. So what makes a country a brand name is when it can successfully create a distinct identity through its reputation, image that resonates with a global audience. And that comes from its unique culture and heritage. Jamaica has a constant clear message about the country values, its attractions, its offerings. It has a very recognizable flag that is gold, green, and black. So it makes the country instantly recognizable. The experiences you provide in terms of tourism, I could tell you, I take my kids to Jamaica all the time for tourism because they love it. The education, top notch. UWI, Mona, University of Medicine, top of the line doctors. Caribbean Maritime University, top of the line in terms of international recognition. In addition, you have some of the best educated, experienced, and qualified people in Jamaica that are very loyal, trustworthy, and so on. Your international accolades of the Jamaicans, well known. So these achievements of the Jamaica citizenry reflects positively and enhance your brand credibility and prestige. So when you successfully integrate all those things, the name becomes one that evokes emotions. I want to go to Jamaica. I want to visit. Trust, loyalty, it drives tourism and investment into the country. In my travels, I have found it extremely difficult telling people I am from the Caribbean because they have never heard the word Caribbean. Again, mind you, I'm not talking about the regular tourist area. Don't compare you went to a tourist area in Nigeria with me who went to the bowels of Nigeria or Angola or South Africa. Two different things. And I'm saying the brand is recognized even in the bowels of those countries. So when I say Caribbean, I have to put the password for the Caribbean is Jamaica. And then they get an idea of the region I am from. So for the uninitiated person who've never run to somewhere in the Caribbean, they know Jamaica. However, at times I have traveled to these places and even they don't have no idea about Jamaica. Not Jamaica really, the Caribbean. There's people emulating Jamaicans. They're trying to talk like Jamaicans. Imagine a non-English speaking person far away from Jamaica have a Jamaican accent or using Jamaican slang and all kind of thing. I've seen people trying to dress like Jamaicans. They have some little flag saying Jamaica on it, and them is tourists, right? They want jerk chicken. I swear to you, when I mention Caribbean to the a lot of people, they swear they never hear it. Last week, I speaking to a senior government official. You know, he say he never hear where I from, but he hear Jamaica. Then imagine we in the Caribbean, all of we speaking English. I go in places and the youth and them all have Jamaican dialect. Mind you, them can't speak their own dialect, right? But they speak in Jamaican patois. Imagine that. Them never even see the airport. They have no idea about Jamaica, but they have Jamaican patois accent. The DJ and them playing reggae whole night. I trying to go to my local party. Is a dance hall party whole night. Because it sells. The brand Jamaica sells. I go and imagine I in a Middle Eastern country. They playing reggae music. And them man and them so trying to show me they know Jamaica. Right? Now mind you, I don't ever speak with a Jamaican accent. I don't speak with a Yankee accent, nothing. I speak with my accent. Right? And then they dancing reggae and they skanking and all kind of thing. They want me skank with them. I can't even dance the English. So it's all of we skanking. I imagine that, and I can't even dance the English. But they're so proud of the brand Jamaica. I go to restaurants all over the world, and I usually go to a Jamaican restaurant, and I find that it wasn't a Jamaican at only restaurant. Is somebody else selling the brand, and they have all the paraphernalia from Jamaica, all kind of flag and all kind of this or everything from Jamaica hang up. In the USA, a lot of the Jamaican restaurants are not owned by Jamaicans. They have Caribbean people pretending they're Jamaicans, or want to pretend, but they're marketing the Jamaican brand because it sells. There's formal dining restaurants in America that you have to call and make a reservation. It had no other English-speaking Caribbean country with formal dining restaurant where you have to make a reservation and dress up and go and sit down. Because it's a brand. Like it or not, Jamaica brand name big. And one thing I can tell you, of all these countries I've gone to, on everybody's bucket list, they want to visit Jamaica.
Now, well said, my brother from Trinidad and Tobago. We have told these people many times that Jamaica is a country to watch. Jamaica is a country to actually admire and a country that inspires many. It happens that Jamaica has gained a lot of popularity in years because of Jamaican music, Jamaican food, Jamaican people. And they have actually made many people to know them that whatever this guy was talking about is true. Jamaica is a brand that sells hot. When you say you're from Jamaica, I came across a video about a guy, and I don't know whether I'll get it. If I get it, I'll put it here. If I don't, well, I'm good. So I saw this guy who talked about he was going to a country, and when he reached migration, he talked about the country he came from. I'm not going to mention the country he had come from. And therefore, when he mentioned the country he had come from, it's like the immigration have never heard of that country. And therefore, he was forced to repeat several times about the country he comes from. And he realized that these people don't even understand what I'm talking about. And therefore, he said, I come from Jamaica. He decided to talk about coming from Jamaica. And therefore, he told them, I come from Jamaica. And at that point, he says that the face of the immigration officer brightened, and he was so excited to communicate with him. And therefore, whatever this guy from Trinidad and Tobago is saying, that Jamaica is a brand that sells, is very, very true. And he talks about the many businesses, the many factories, the many things that Jamaica have said outside their country. And I tend to think in every country, and I think I'll do a video on that. In every country, there is something to identify Jamaica. Every country in the world has got something to identify Jamaica. Because if you come to Kenya, there are the colors of Rastafarians and the colors of the flag of Jamaica all over the streets of Kenya. Actually, let me talk about the colors of Rastafarian. They are everywhere. When you go to the buses, the colors of Rastafarian are in our buses. Maybe I can show you a picture of a bus that is painted the colors of the Rastafarian and also written Jamaica. Every country has got something to identify with Jamaica. And that is why this guy is saying Jamaica sells to every country you go. Because in every country in the world, people know about Jamaica. People know about the music of Jamaica. People know about the food of Jamaica. People know about the Rastafarian movement in Jamaica. People know a lot about Jamaica. And therefore, the minute you mention Jamaica, people lighten up their faces and they actually start asking you questions about Jamaica. Not only that, Jamaica has also done a lot in the history of so many countries to be forgotten. They have actually invested a lot when it comes to fighting for justice. And the investment Jamaica has done to other nations is paying back. Because everyone talks about Jamaica. Everybody knows Jamaica. Everyone wants to associate with Jamaica. We saw Ugandan youth actually practice patois and eager to learn patois and to understand patois and to talk patois, yet it's not the main language in Jamaica. I have promised to put for you a video of our buses that are written Jamaica, or they have the colors of the Rastafarian here in Kenya. Have a look at it. So you can see how Jamaica is popular, and this guy is absolutely correct when he talks about Jamaica being a brand that sells. It has sold itself. It has marketed itself. It has made the world recognize them, respect them, and adore them. You can see that in every field that Jamaicans go, even in the field. By the way, I saw these Chinese that were celebrating Jamaican team of athletes. They have attracted attention all over the world that people are ready to celebrate them the minute they enter into a field. People are ready to talk about Jamaican athletics team because it has marketed itself. It has made the world to recognize them. It has made the world to know them. It has made the world to admire them. It has made the world to look upon them. And therefore, they immediately step on the field. People are eager to cheer them. People are there to actually be happy about them. So look at this. The Jamaican team being celebrated by people who are not Jamaicans. Does that tell you anything? Jamaica is a brand that sells. Now guys, apart from that, I've talked about this Ugandan youth that took their time, that took their energy, that took their everything to learn about Jamaican patois. And they are not the only one. Actually, you will see this African who is actually talking about Jamaica, why Africa loves Jamaica. And this guy was actually talking about why Africa loves Jamaica and starts by Wagwan. Wagwan is not an African language. Wagwan is Jamaican language of greetings. And this guy kept on talking about Wagwan, Wagwan, Wagwan. This is how the brand Jamaica sells. It has sold itself in Europe. It has sold itself in Asia. It has sold itself in Arabic countries and even in Africa. So have a look at this Ugandan lady who talks about the youth of Uganda being ready to study Jamaican patois, and also this guy who talks about why Africa loves Jamaica. Jamaica, you are a brand that sells.
Yeah, man, up top, General Star family, big up on yourself, at the man for lion, one righteous day, man. Yeah, man, I know I said definitely somebody will go come tell me this. Say if you take Jamaica from out of my mouth. I know I said somebody will go come tell me say me bad my Jamaica and me are jealous of Jamaica. Yeah, and me I go confirm say yeah, me are jealous of Jamaica, and you know why? Because Jamaica did a lot for me, brother. If you a black man and you don't know what Jamaica did for you, me know what Jamaica did for me, brother. And that make me jealous Jamaica. Me love Jamaica. Me can't stop talk about Jamaica. Me can't take me mouth from out of Jamaica. Can't keep up me mouth about Jamaica. Cause at Jamaica will make me know me true self and know where me belong and know where me come from and know where me fit stand in a life. And at Jamaica will free me as an African. At Jamaica will free me. And when me talk about Jamaica, me talk about reggae and me talk about dancehall. And them things there where Jamaica used to free me in Africa. Through reggae music, me know about myself as an African, and me know about the continent where me I live, and me know about some great people them where did live in this here continent and the mission where them did upon. And Jamaica teach me the whole of that. Through reggae music and through dancehall music. You see me, I say, so me can't keep up me mouth about Jamaica, you see me, brother. So you can't go and say what you want to say me bad my Jamaica and this and what me just love Jamaica and can't stop. Me see say Jamaica deserves some respect and some honor from we Africans. Because you see what Jamaica did for we, and Jamaica will put black people on the map. Check it out. At Jamaica we put we black people on the map, and you see Jamaica and did a lot for we black people. Jamaica is a history book for we black people. Every black man we want to know him true self and we want to know where him come from. First have to know about Jamaica, and first have to know about Rasta, and first have to know about reggae music, and all them things there include one and make it Jamaica. So that is it, me bro. Never get often and never get best. But that is the reason why me can't keep up my mouth about Jamaica, yeah.
And I'm convinced that every country has at least one other country that they're obsessed with. Have you ever watched how Americans fold when they hear a British man speak with an accent? After that beans on toast scandal. I don't know about now, but let me tell you about my home countries. I'm convinced that when Ugandan boys hit puberty, they get a Jamaican accent as bonus. Buy two, get one for free type of thing. Cannot even explain to you how their voices be cracking in broken patois, better than the English they're forced to speak at school. Everywhere you go, people be greeting, Wagwan me brother, you don't even know a single Jamaican person. Mind you, you've never taken 5 feet past your village. How do you know that? At this point, it is a status symbol. If you can speak Jamaican patois, it's like you've unlocked a different dimension of life. If they know even a single Jamaican person, oh my gosh, it is so bad. I can't explain to you how I was shocked, floored, when I found out Jamaica is not part of Africa. Surprisingly, we don't even have a big population of Jamaicans now. Growing up, I knew maybe 1.5, because one was definitely Jamaican and the other one questionably Jamaican. I mean, just covered in Jamaican flag and had long dreads. Anyways, what's the country that your country is obsessed with? Or at least you think.
So guys, do you agree with me? Hey, we keep on telling you about Jamaica and you see as if we are just talking. No, we are talking the truth. We are talking of what we have seen with our eyes, heard with our ears about this great country in the Caribbean. The neighbors have come here in this video to tell us about the country they border. Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica are neighbors. And these guys have realized these people have something that is special, that is unique, that is to be admired by the whole world. And therefore, that is why this guy from Trinidad and Tobago has come clearly to talk about Jamaica as a brand that sells. And I think I'll stop there and you comment down below, why do you think Jamaica as a brand sells? And I'm going to appreciate your comments. And of course, like the video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit that subscription button and join this family of the rad we all love. See you during the next video. Bye bye and God bless.